2 weeks ago, I killed my husband. Welcome back, my oodles and noodles, to the channel, and welcome to Loretta. I don't even ask me how or why. In the store, I'd never seen anything like it. Okay, that's not true. I've seen games like it. I just had never seen it before. And so I saw it, I was like, oh, this looks interesting. And I mean, what better for our spooky season than just some random game, right? And I just got off of our Sunday stream. So a part of me was like, you know what? I kind of wanted something a little bit more laid back. This is more of a thriller with a riveting storyline. It's a pixel platformer game with a very big story with multiple endings. So it's like a 3-hour game. I don't think we'll make it through enough of it. I just wanted to try it. I just wanted to see what it was about. Of course, warning, if you have, you know, if you're prone to seizures, heed the warnings. Okay. You can change the modes in the settings at any time. Color mode, recommended for the first playthrough. Noir mode, recommended for those who have already completed the game. Some visual hints disappear. Puzzles become harder to solve. We will not be doing that because I am not a puzzle person. The game's events take place in the United States of America in 1947. To reflect the reality of that time, Loretta contains subject matter that some may find offensive. Characters, due to their nature, age, and social status, use words, phrases, and profanities that are indicative of the time and do not correspond with modern attitudes. All events and characters depicted in this game are entirely fictitious. Any similarity to actual events or persons, living or dead, are purely coincidental. Think carefully before you begin this game and play responsibly. Okay. I think it had whispered to him things about himself which he did not know, things of which he had no conception till he took... That was not long enough for me to read that. I was gonna say, if this gets offensive for the time, I probably will stop playing. I'm not in the business of pissing people off, and I'm definitely sensitive to just being, you know, everyone, just being kind to everyone. And if this game is gonna be up front and center of some racial profilings or some hot takes, I'll definitely remove myself from the game. Oh my good God. My name's Loretta Lou Harris. That was an intro. That was crazy. I was not expecting that. Friends call me Laura. I'm 38 years old. Was born in a small town in the South, and that y'all probably never heard of. Okay, I'll talk Southern. The moment I turned 16, I ran away from the East Coast. I'm an unemployed ornithologist. And a mediocre housewife. A few months ago, my husband and I moved to a farm that he got from his parents. Life here ain't exactly simple, but we get by all the same. Up until 2 weeks ago anyway, when Walter up and disappeared without a trace. Ooh, I've heard good reviews. So all the reviews in this game were like stunning 5 stars. Everyone loves this game for its riveting story. So we'll see. Chambers, Mrs. Harris. I'm Frank Chambers. Oh, this is Chambers. Okay. I'm looking for your husband. You from the police? Now, I already talked to the sheriff. I ain't got nothing more to say. No, ma'am. I'm leading a private investigation. There are some people from New York, important people, who'd really like to have a word with Mr. Harris. We'll tell him to get in line. And who are these important people? I didn't catch your last name. Chambers, ma'am. Mind if I come in? I know, I prolonged the questioning. He wipes his neck with a handkerchief. You got a, very lovely house, ma'am. Don't bother. I can't stand this place either. Is this Mr. Harris's house? His parents? You're not from around here, are you? Or you New York, for that matter. Don't test my hospitality. Sorry, didn't mean to offend. I'm paid to ask questions, you know. My only concern is Mr. Harris. Mainly, I need to know if he's alive or dead. This is so far... I like the atmosphere. So there's like evil endings, good endings, bad endings. So I can pick up an axe. Kind of repercussions with that. Can I just study the axe? Ma'am? How long has Mr. Harris been gone for? 2 weeks. Who hired you? Want something to drink? Do I even know? 2 weeks. We'll be honest. 14 to 15 days, give or take. Would you like something to drink? Honestly, I was hoping you'd ask. The kitchen's just down the hall. Can I go inside this room? I want to pick up... Oh, Walter and I by the ocean 8 years ago. Oh, fun. I can click on things. I went down on the D-pad. Damn, rusty roads. This thing gets on my nerves. Sometimes it feels like I can hear it ticking from all the way from the bedroom. How about the hat? Walter's hat. He bought it in New York. I can't leave Chambers alone. Why not? I'm sure he'll be fine. Painting. A moose head. I done lost count of how many times I asked Walter to throw this nasty old thing away. Oh, who could that be? You're not gonna answer that? Don't test my patience. Hello? Hello? Can I talk to Mr. Harris, please? Who's calling? Well, he ain't come to the phone right now. She hangs up. Well, he can't come to the phone right now. Mr. Harris? He ain't here. Static fills the air. What time will he be back? Oh, what time will we be back? Miss? This is Patrick Fitzgerald from the Atlantic Press Publishing House. You must understand it's extremely urgent. It's about the new book. We're still waiting for him to send the second half. The contract's already ready, but Miss, could you please pass? Hung up. They hung up. It happens sometimes. Both my voices sound a little feminine. A little too feminine. Even for his voice. Do we think that the story is going to allude that Loretta has killed her husband? It kind of, there's a lot of like sharp objects around the house. I also see some rat poison. Unless that's, nope, that's definitely poison. I bet there's multiple ways that we could probably get framed for killing Mr. Harris. Okay, sprayed lemonade is all I can offer. Just water will be fine for me, ma'am. I'm a tad parched from that long drive. What about the sickle? Can I pick up the sickle? Tell me, ma'am. Your husband, did he happen to leave some kind of note? Maybe a letter? He didn't. At least I ain't found nothing if he did. Neither did the sheriff's man. Oh, that's interesting. So like I clicked on the sickle, but it didn't give me like a dialogue option for the sickle. It just kind of gave me additional dialogue. What about poison? There's a real nice almond smell in here. ... Wait, is that poison? Hold on. Oh, I don't know what that is. It looks like poison. Yeah, I think that's poison. Ew. This kind of gives me Doki Doki vibes. Yeah, why did I choose to... I chose to put on the radio versus giving him a cup of water. Sorry. Oh, sorry. Catalog. An April furniture catalog. It's got all the nuclear family could read. Oh, got all a nuclear family could need. How are things with the novel? Did Mr. Harris finish it? Is Mr. Wallace interested in that too? No, ma'am. Just curious. The real pity that that true work of a detective isn't at all like the stuff your husband writes about. You know... in his hard-boiled detective stories, it's the laws of the genre, Mr. Chambers. Glass. Give him some water. Calendar. Where's... I should get Chambers some water. Yeah, I know. Where's the sink? I picked up a cup. Oh, there we go. The humidity is killing me. He wipes his face with a handkerchief. I don't think it's been this hot since spring of 39. ... Where's that music coming from? The fields. Walter rents out the land. Yes, the music helps him pass the time. That is kind of creepy. Do you think there's like a cult living out in the corn stalk? His eyes linger on Laura's hips. Get out of here. I will put poison in your water. She pretends not to notice. I can actually put poison in his drink. Oh man, quite a shame for a fine lady like yourself to be stuck on a place like this. Here's your water. You're too kind. Thank you. Dang. Okay. I wonder if this is one of those things where you choose not to kill him now, but there's something that happens later down the road where he comes back to like bite you in the butt. So if you just chose to kill him now, the problem is that on your first playthrough, you don't really want to be making, I don't know, crazy decisions like that. At least I don't know, because what if it just ended the game for me? He dries his lips on his sleeve. So how much of the land have you got here, ma'am? 60 or so acres. He whistles. Don't get too excited. It was mortgaged a long while back. May I take a look at the yard? Suit yourself. What in the... It's the pipes. Son of a... Got some plumbing installed. What? And what do you know? Sorry, I need to go to the basement. Need a hand? Nah, no need to trouble yourself. Sides, you wanted to look around the place. Didn't you? Loretta, you seem kind of sus, girl. You kind of seem sus. Was Mr. Harris a good man? I'll support your being a bad bee. A bad bee if he was a bad man. Another month's flown by. All right, I need to go to the basement. He doesn't seem to be doing a lot of exploring, unfortunately. It's damp and dark in the basement. Too damp and too dark. Smells like mold. It's just like the chamber's breath, actually. Oh, I can hardly find the water pipes. At first glance, everything seems to be in order, and there's a weird buzzing sound coming from them. Look closer. Looks like something's stuck in one of them. It's hard to say what exactly. Try to pull it out. It's hard for me not to want to do more. I hold out my hand and touch something wet and hairy. I bet it's a rat. Oh, I gotta turn down my headset. Yeah, dead rat. Could have been worse. Buzzing stopped. For now. Looks like Chambers went out to the yard. I like this pixel style. It's been a while since we've played a game that's kind of like this. Look at how nice this is. Tell me, Mrs. Harris. Where do you think your husband might be? Got any ideas? I don't. Maybe he went back to New York. He's in the well. I'm gonna say that. He's in the well. ... Begging your pardon? But son and fucking 2 weeks ago, I killed my husband. Oh, that was awesome. I mean, I was wondering if it was going to allude to her killing her husband and then she doesn't actually kill her husband. But nope, she did. Now I just want to know more about her story. Oh, okay. That's a cool loading screen. Did I get a bad ending? I bet I get a bad ending because, you know, I literally killed him and put him in the well. Now I wanted to wished I had chosen rat poison. This is cool. I love different ways of storytelling. You know what I mean? Because there's so many ways to tell the same story. This is one of those times where they're being completely different. It's a new idea. It's a story-based game. I ain't trying to make excuses, but I think I ought to tell my story from the beginning. Yes! Let's go. But I ain't looking to be forgiven by a gentleman of the jury. I know that's impossible now, but I want to give a chance to whoever's going to read this to maybe understand me. You see, my relationship with Walter started to fall apart long before the day he died. Long before we moved to this goddamn farm. I even liked it at the start, trading that bustling city life for a humble one in the country. Course, wishful thinking it all it was. Women don't get much choice in this world. Take enough wrong turns, and before you know it, you're low class. And I was finally starting to see that all my turns were the wrong ones too. Oh look, like it's actually kind of nice outside. It's not like it's all gross like it was before. The trees still look kind of scary. Kind of spooky. Oh, another broken creaky step. That's gonna be important. Did you know rusty nails are like, I think my cousin stepped on a rusty nail and he had to like immediately go to the hospital. I think you can get tetanus or something like that, but yeah, that's really bad. I bet one of us is gonna step on a nail. Or Mr. Harris steps on the nail and falls in the well and he's dead. So technically we kill him, but technically we don't. Nail sticking out, waiting for the right moment to finally jab into my leg. I asked Walter to fix it. Not that he did any good. Walter wasn't a bad person. He almost never drank. And even when he did, he never got violent. In all our years together, he only hit me at that one time. And he felt awful about it afterwards. Still, everything about him was starting to irritate me. And I reckon the feeling was mutual. That irritation turned to a burning hatred. It only got stronger after we moved out here. His snoring was like nails on a chalkboard. He'd spit everywhere like he was a damn camel. And food got stuck in his teeth all the time. But what really got on my skin was how he always reeked of onions. All the damn time. It was this disgusting oily smell that soaked into all the furniture. But you want to know what was the weird thing was? He ain't never used any onions in my cooking. I ain't never used onions in my cooking. A bird? No wonder Loretta's name is in red because she's a killer. Oh. What about the calendar? What's the calendar? Pay water bill. Oh, hello, bird. Scare it. I'll ignore it. Dishes. I'll wash the dishes. We'll never run out of dirty dishes in this house. Hey, bird. Just hanging out? Ouch! Cut my finger. Why? Why did I cut my finger? Was it because I kept the bird in the house? We interrupt this broadcast to bring you a breaking weather update. A Category 2 cyclone has been tracked approaching from the south. Meteorologists warned to expect heavy wind and rainfall in the coming days. Who is it? Ain't nothing in the basement I need right now. Oh, okay. Whoa. Am I high? Well, Walt and I met toward the end of 1929. He was a little older than me. Mighty handsome, of course. He worked as a newspaper correspondent, but I couldn't tell you the name of what paper it was. They've probably quit publishing it by now anyways. My mother died in 1930. Walter and I got married in 1931. I got pregnant in 1933. They called it an ectopic pregnancy, and that was followed by a miscarriage. I lost my child before I ever got to be a mother. I couldn't imagine what that feeling is. Like, personally, I don't really want kids, but I've always considered adoption, because there are many out there that, you know, need homes and things like that. But I couldn't imagine actually like going through like wanting to be a mother and then just getting that completely taken away, that choice, that decision that you make, right? Okay, sorry. Loretta, hello. Who's calling? Are you gonna speak? Or what? You think this is funny? Okay. Where is Mr. Harris right now? Bottom cabinet. Okay, that was weird. Maybe that was like a namesake. Let's check the mail. To Mr. Walter Harris. Open the leave it. Okay, I don't want to go snooping through his stuff. He'll get mad. He'll come home and beat us. Walter calls it the mail moth. I don't know why. I call it the moth. To me, it's a more suitable name for a jalopy like jalopy like this. What is this weird like thingy that's... Oh, what is this? Can I go down here? A broom? I wasn't a very good... I'll sweep the... Yeah, I'll sweep. Oh, look at that. He's not gonna get mad at us. Yay. Honey, I'm going to the city, but I'll be back soon. I need to stop by the post office. What happened? What's it look like? I broke a plate. First, a bird flew into the dang house. Wait, what? A bird? It's a long story. I'm sorry about the plate. Don't worry about it. Let's consider it good luck, eh? Anyway, would you mind ironing my suit? I think it's in the bedroom. Take the key. Can't you do it yourself? Okay. Buy some milk on the way back. Yeah. Oh God, not the milk. You know they never come back when they buy milk. The big milk shortage. Not a problem. All right, hun. I'm off. All right, I guess I'll go iron your shirt. Does anyone actually even iron anymore? Windows. The windows have collected dirt for so many years. I tried cleaning them at first, but gave up eventually. Walter bought this Al Jolson and Mario Lanza records. I prefer classical music. I ain't in the mood to listen to that right now. What are you in the mood for, Loretta? Tell me, and your wish will be granted. An old fireplace sets the tone for the entire room. I don't like this room. Gives me a headache. It's starting to feel like maybe she's just a little negative. Then again, like, this house does look like a giant POS. Jewelry box. A woman in the wheat field. Oh, this is the painting. All we got is damn wheat. Oh, 151. LT to close. X. Oh, I need a code? What's in the jewelry box? I'll remember that. I don't think we've got the right stuff for the code yet. A guest room. I understand it's Walter's parents slept in the separate rooms. One of them harsh 1910 traditions. Walter and I turned this place upside down looking for the key, but no luck. What? They can't just break the door down? Sure feels strange knowing I can't access certain parts of the house. Not like this house ain't big enough already. I would feel so unnerved to be in a house that I can't go into all the things. Something went wrong in New York. Oh yeah, because he had a business meeting, right? I never found out exactly what. Walter fell into a pit of debt and dragged me down with him. He left the obscenely high deposit we paid on our apartment, packed our bags, and rented the cheapest rust bucket he could find. In the spring of 1947, we moved to the farm, to Walter's parents' old house. Oh, that's why. Edmund Douglas Harris died of typhus back in 1927, and so we jumped off the bumpy life raft that was our former life and rushed into the unknown. I guess that could cause a bunch of resentment. Our belongings are in these suitcases. A whole human life contained in a few bags. Oh, we just moved in. I thought first, no, it makes it sound like she's been here for a while. We still ain't unpacked most of it. Open it. Birth certificate of John Edward Harris. Date birth, June 6, 1946. Gender, male. Mother, Loretta Lou Harris. Father, Walter Phillips. It was October of 1945 when I got pregnant again. Oh, she got pregnant again? Doctor said I was too old. He used some weird phrase like elderly parturient or something. With my medical history, neither me nor my baby stood a chance. I reckon it was just a miracle. 9 months later, I gave birth to a boy, Johnny Harris. But I'm getting out ahead of myself again. Or maybe I ain't. I'm going too far back. Long story short, I lost Johnny too. Oh, I thought maybe the code was going to be in there. I didn't. I feel a little bad. Okay. What am I doing? That was weird. Of all Walter's sins, his adultery was the least to concern me. Let's say his gambling affected my life in a much more serious way. His adultery was pretty obvious. Walter hadn't touched me in months. Can't say I was too upset about it though. Nonetheless, I knew one thing for sure. That ginger Margaret sure did love her onions. Oh, that's why! He came home smelling like onions, but the thing was that she never... Oh, that's... Ugh. Oh. Oh! Oh! I gotta stave off the alcohol! Stave it! Stave it away! Back! Back, demons! You cannot trouble me today! Is this like a womb? Is this the embryo? We can't let it... we can't let it affect our embryo, our little egg. Or, I don't know, this is kind of what it looked like for a second. I like these little mini games. That's cool. It breaks up like the dialogue, so you guys don't have to listen to my voice the entire time. Oh. I kind of forget the click on it. It's definitely just telling a story. And I like just stories. Read me a bedtime story before bed. Listen to audiobooks, reading books. I love stories. I felt trapped. I was suffocating in the cramped farmer's paradise. Oh, I can see why this can cause seizures. This is very disorienting. I could feel the noose tighten around my neck. I went to the bank. Clerk. So, can you state your profession, ma'am? I'm a housewife. I'm an ornithologist. I'm an ornithologist by trade, but for now, I just run the house mostly. Excuse me, how do you spell that? Ornithologist. A scientist, a kind of who study... Oh, the kind who studies birds. I see. And how about the man of the house, ma'am? What does he do? Walter's a writer. He rents out the land. What sounds better? He rents out the land. Wait, Walter Harris? You mean the writer? Oh, the affair with the killer? The black tulip? I see you're a fan. Ha 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 ha. No, not me, I'm afraid. My wife, though. Why, she just adores his books. Who would have thought, right? Right here in our backyard. Anyway. Well, ma'am, I'm sorry to say this, but we can't give you a loan. Well, not to you, anyway. Oh, is the sensitivity come with the fact that women didn't have rights? I mean, that's just historically accurate. You can't be offended by something that's historically accurate. I mean, you can actually be offended by it, but you can't take offense by it. You can't, it's not malicious by telling the facts. But why don't you bring your husband around next time? I'm sure we can figure something out. I was hoping not to get my husband involved. I see. It's me who needs the money, not him. In that case, ma'am, if you urgently need money, then what's stopping you from taking out that 30,000 and... Oh, what? 30,000. Ah, well now, just a moment. He shuffles through his papers. Well. Yes. Oh, I beg your pardon, ma'am. That was my mistake. I just realized 30,000 is in insurance. What insurance? What 30,000? He peers at a sheet of paper. Life insurance, ma'am. Silly of me to have missed it before. But it looks like Mr. Harris's publisher took out an insurance policy in his name. Here. See for yourself. In the event of death or disappearance, yada yada yada, or you can skip this part. The beneficiary will receive a lump sum payment of $30,000. Looks like a standard contract, as insurance goes. ... Anywho, I just apologize again. I didn't mean to cause any confusion. No. Thank you. You've been a big help. Glad to hear. In that case, I'll be waiting for you and Mr. Harris to drop on by. All the best, ma'am. Oh, and do allow me to remind you that all deposits and contributions are insured with us at blank. That clerk's words broke through his cracked, graceless lips and disappeared into thin air. $30,000. An incredible sum of money. It felt like the more I thought about it, the less I was able to comprehend how much money that really was. Walter, he hadn't ever said a word. I remember getting this strange feeling. It was a week and not all there yet, but I felt it on the edge of my mind all the same. The moment I tried to catch it and pay attention to it, I left the bank, and the dry spring wind of the outside world dispelled that feeling as if it were never there to begin with. Was it the feeling that she wants to kill her husband? Take the money? I must have parked over there. Oh my god, it's this Bic. Hate crimes, homicides, kidnappings, and nearly half are nearly halved when compared to the last decade. I think it's safe to say that America is going through a new round of development, concluded the deputy prosecutor. You like my New York voice? Laura! Hey, Laura! Oh, hello, Margaret. It's so good to see you. It's a long time since we last seen each other. Come to think of it, I ain't seen Walter around here much neither. How's y'all doing anyway? Great, wonderful. Why don't you tell me? You lie. Wonderful. Margot, hurry up. It's busier than an old blind dog in a meat house in here. Breaks over. Move them hips, girl. Or move those hips, girl. All right, I'm a-coming. Anyway, Loretta. Oh, the girls and I are gonna go see a show on Saturday. You should come join us. And, I wanted to talk. Margot! Look, I'll stop by if I'm in the neighborhood. You don't mind, right? I gotta shoot. Margot! I'm keeping your tips. All right, I'm coming for cheapskate, or Christ's sake. I wanted to say cheapskate for a second. That ginger bitch. For a second, it's hard for me to remember that I'm not like in dialogue mode, so I forget I gotta move around. Advertisement. Fried onion rings. No wonder she was able to figure it out. Damn, this guy's not subtle at all. The best in town. All right, I'm in my car. I lied, of course. I ain't no ornithologist. Never have been and never studied nowhere. Just a habitual lie, I tell. I'm a working girl. I needed some way to survive when I moved to New York. You know what? Back in the day, you probably could lie about anything, really. I wanted to be a nurse, but failed the exams twice. I washed the towels at diners, tried working as a waitress, tried working as a newspaper secretary, and believe it or not, even worked at a salon. I wouldn't say I enjoyed any of it, but work is work. And I read an article about a female ornithologist once. She was an expedition of some sort. I liked it. I even thought the birds of America. Ain't much of a bird lover though. Hard to love harbingers of disease. Oh, this is such a cool perspective. It was hotter than the 6 shades of hell. I had the windows cranked up all the way down, and I could feel the sun burning my skin through the windshield. A swarm of thoughts swirled through my mind, so I didn't notice that I was running out of gas. This old bag of bolts chugged 30 gallons a mile. Oh my God. And those gas tanks probably were like 10 mile, like, yeah, they probably only had, because my tank of gas, I get 13 gallons. So I bet they were like a couple gallons big, right? Dang, that's crazy. But Lady Luck smiled on me for the first time that day, and a gas station appeared out of the blue. His concrete face rose from the middle of the cornfield, all cracked and worn like the wrinkled face of some old woman. Funny thing was, I can't say I'd never seen that gas station before, even though this was the only road leading home. Mysterious gas station. Booze. Feels like I drank more during my prohibition than I did my entire life. Ain't touched a drink since I was 32. But with every day I spent living on this farm, I regret that decision more and more. In this day and age, people only really lived about till they were about like 60 years old, right? Map of the USA. Let's use the bell. Yes. Hello. Anyone going to come up to the register and help me? I am a housewife who is a habitual liar. Seems like no one is home. We'll leave the brochure. I don't think we really need a brochure. Look, poison. I guess. What is that noise? United States of America. All 48 of them available at a glance. I guess I'll take the brochure. Afternoon, ma'am. How's the day treating you? Could be better. It's too hot today. You ain't wrong there, ma'am. Almost 100 degrees. Oh, wait, 100 degrees. Could you fill me up for $3? Sure thing. Anything else I could get you? I don't even know. Wait, I don't even know what I want. Probably not. I don't even know what I want. Ooh, he's gonna sell me the poison. If you'll follow me, ma'am, or allow me, ma'am, I may just have the cure for what ails you. You do? New and improved rat poison. Even contains my own secret formula. This sucker'll get rid of them rats, mice, whatever's plaguing you. Smells like almonds too. Guaranteed to work. All for only $1.99. I don't even think that. Bah! You know what? You look like a diligent housewife, ma'am. Why don't you take a sample? On the house. Just for you. Oh, well, I assure you, ma'am, you will not be disappointed. This is cool. This is the devil talking. This is the devil in the South. We're gonna get all mixed up with the devil in the south. I got my I'm getting in touch with my southern roots right now. Oh, this is cool. I guess I just kind of again forget that I can do stuff with this. Back, I say. Back. Oh, are we breaking free? Did I do it wrong? Oh, I did something wrong. Maybe I let it touch. Okay, so I failed this. I think I let it touch the black. Oh, fear. Oh, I can't read that backwards. Venom, fear, venom, hope. Oh, nausea. I don't know what that one said. Chance. Oh, so we can go down the righteous road. We could go down like we could go down an evil path, and we can go down an evil path. Sigh. Why is there wine out? Hi, Walt. It's hotter than the devil's armpit outside. No kidding. Thought I was gonna melt. Ain't it a little early to be breaking out the wine? What are you smiling for? It's all done. What is? You mean you finished your book? Yup. But that's wonderful. Why didn't you? The publishers already gave me the green light. I sent them the initial chapters. I just don't want to jinx anything before it's all set in stone. But they're saying the folks at the Metro Silver Meyer are interested. Might even turn it into a motion picture, they said. Just imagine. Starring Clark Gabriel. Or, yeah, it says Gabriel. I thought he quit acting. Then Harry Cooper. Who cares? That's not what's the gosh darn point. Hollywood, Laura. You're right. I'm sorry. Oh, Walter. I'm so happy. Good for you. Good for us, sweethearts. Can the wine wait a little? I'll get a fixes us a real nice supper. How's about you cook us up some of that steak and you know I love? Ugh. We could put the rat poison in, but I bet that's what the game wants us to do. What if we stave off the devil? What if I just stave him off? I don't want to succumb. I honestly didn't expect it. For a moment, it felt as though everything could change. It was a flash of hope. Add salt. Walter published his novel, and we returned to New York, our apartment on 12th Avenue, just as if we never left, and life goes back to normal again. Chop the meat. But still, he'd made a promise before. He'd already found another woman before I could start unpacking my damn suitcase. He's gambled us into the ground when we are already dirt poor. Why should I think any of that'll stop in New York? No, something deep inside me, something strange had been triggered, and I couldn't stop it. Add nothing. Hey, how's it going? Ready. Coming right up. I bet it'll give me many opportunities to kill Walter here. That would be our last supper together. I told him I was leaving. Told him I knew about Margaret. Told him I couldn't live like that anymore. Walt didn't seem too broken up about it. You're making a big mistake, he said, a mouthful of steak. But you know what? I feel like for the first time in my life, I'm actually doing something right. That night, I couldn't sleep. Storm ended just as suddenly as it started. The weather cleared up. The clouds disappeared and the stars glimmered in the sky. It was the kind of thing you could only see out of a farm. I dreaded the thought of what I could have done, but I didn't. Luckily. So did I change the entire story? I feel bad I killed the guy in the beginning. I decided not to take our scarce savings. Instead, I just pawned the wedding ring. I bought a bus ticket out of the West Coast to California. I got a younger brother who lives there, though we ain't seen each other for years, like a prisoner or some character out of a Steinbeck novel, or the thousands who'd fallen victim to the Great Depression. I had no idea what was waiting for me. I reckon some would condemn me for what I did. Maybe others would tell me it's too late to start over, and that there's no use in running away from who you are, that you can't outrun fate. But I say to hell with them. It's never too late to start living. I knew it wouldn't be easy, but I truly felt like there was a new beginning ahead of me. Is that it? Wait, who are you trying to fool? Yourself, maybe? A new beginning. Well said. But it wasn't like that at all, Loretta. You know that. Really? Walter, he's talking with his mouth full. This steak. It's delicious. Thank you. Last time I ate this good was back in the Big Apple. You've hardly touched your... I ain't hungry. Well, so we going back? I ran into Margaret today. Drink wine. Drink wine. Be silent. So, does that mean we're going back now? Oh, it chooses an answer for me if I stay silent. We can finally pack our bags and run away from this place. He chomps loudly. Run away? From here? You're kidding, right? Well, why not? Come on, Lo. You can't run away from who you are. He spits out a half-chewed piece of carrot. Ugh. You put too many carrots in this. Besides, the book ain't finished. It still needs editing. You know, I've been doing a lot of thinking lately. About what? Oh, no, I just skipped that. I didn't mean to. Blank, 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 but it isn't. And that's why you chose to soothe the grieving widow? I went to the bank today. Why did you tell me about your insurance policy? He continues to chew. You don't trust me one bit, do you? Walter, what did I do to deserve this? Why is everything we get always shrouded in mystery? Just figured it wasn't any of your concern. Oh, sorry, that was Walter. Besides, what if you decided to have me whacked, huh? It was the publishing house idea anyway. They didn't fill me in on the details. Listen, I know you blame me for what happened to John. Slams his fist onto the table. Nice supper. You just couldn't help yourself, could you? Why'd you need to bring this shit up again? Why now? What is it with you today? No, you're right. Let's just keep it bottled up inside. Oh, hush. I'll be a good housewife, and you can keep your around with that ginger soul. Then everyone will be happy. Enough. I'm not listening to this shit anymore. And if you must know, I do blame you. Oh, finally! The brave man comes out and says it. I've read the police report, and you're such a hypocrite. Laura, I had no idea you could be so full of crap. I've read the... Walt? He chokes. He chokes. He chokes. Murder. Can I do something? I can't do anything. Oh ho ho ho. Get it, girl, with your heels and everything. What do you guys think? Cheating? Does it allow you to murder? Would you kill your spouse if he cheated? Walter looks like he's trying to say something, but only the sound of gurgling can be heard as he slowly chokes to death. I'm so sorry. This is your fault. Burn in hell. This is your fault. I must admit, I don't like when people say honestly or to tell you the truth. It always gives the impression that they've been shamelessly lying to you up till that point. But there's something transcendental about murder, something beyond our understanding, despite how regular and natural it seems. Otherwise, why else would anyone do it? Oh, don't accuse a woman of being a liar when she doesn't know how to be honest with herself. Stillborn, like my first child, like a poet who speaks no languages, like a deaf, blind, and mute person in a world of sound, color, and signs. I won't reach the truth with words. They can't give it the shape. There is one truth I know, though. Walter is dead. Dead. You don't like people, do you? I didn't say that, but truth be told, I don't expect good to come from them. I don't expect good to come from them. This is a moth. I see a moth. Do you think people want to hurt you? I think we're wasting our time here. Why is that? Oh, is she in a therapist's office? Look, I know how this works. First, we do some pictures together and have a nice little chat. Then tomorrow, you'll dig into my brain with a metal rod. You're exaggerating. Leucotomies have alleviated suffering for a great many people. In your case, however, I doubt it will be required. I'd like to believe that. Let's continue, shall we? A vagina. Yeah, I'd say it probably looks like that. Interesting. What is your associative pattern? My husband calls them tricks, but it was he who brought you here, wasn't it? So pay attention. Cradle, crow, eyes, wheat. I think it kind of looks a little like wheat. Could it be a crow? A cradle? No, it looks like wheat. Is something wrong? Oh, these are just... Oh, I'm wrong tone. I can't tell who's speaking or who's not. These are just splotches. Ain't nothing to see in them. However, I do see sees only my imagination. This ain't fair. I ain't done none wrong. Life isn't fair. At your age, it's high time that you realize that. Oh, don't be so gloomy. How did that saying go? In Italy, under the rule of the Borgia, terror, murder, and bloodshed regime reigned. Yet it ended up giving birth to a Michelangelo da Vinci and the Renaissance. In Switzerland, brotherly love, democracy, peace were established for 500 years. And do you know what they produced? The cuckoo clock. That's an interesting perspective, actually. I wonder... It's the nail! I woke up with awful pain, spreading through my whole body. It came in waves, like one blow after another. One eye was all swollen and watery. Felt like I was gonna burst. Hell, I wanted it to burst. Not that it would help none. No, the pain was focused elsewhere, somewhere else. When I opened my eyes, first thing I saw was the crooked, rusted nail sticking out of my foot. Ew! Went right through my own skin, so I tugged it free. Son of a bitch! No, we really should not be pulling that out, actually. Well, maybe we should. We should really go to a hospital. I'm ready to scream at the top of my damn lungs. Best I could muster was a whimper, though. It was like the top of the metal nail was smiling up at me like a Cheshire cat. Okay, one more time. Stay calm. Breathe. Come on, Lo. Focus. Holy shit! Goddamn porch! Goddamn nail! Why couldn't you hammer it in like I asked? Hell's wrong with you, Walter? Trying to make it easier for me to finish you off? Hell, why am I even asking you? Ain't like you ever knew which end of a hammer to use anyway. This is some wicked irony, alright? Oh lord, I can see the rust stuck in the wood. Damn, well, ain't no time to dwell on that now. Alright, one more time. Let's pull it out all the way, baby. Oh my god, again! Come on! There we go. Is he still alive in the well, I wonder? The gaping wound staring back at me. An awful blood-red gash. Last night felt like a bad dream, about to fade into memory. But still, my ripped up muddy dress, my aching leg, puddle of my own vomit, they all suggested otherwise. I need to get rid of those reminders as soon as I can. I'm gonna be sick. Oh god. This is why she doesn't want to play the music anymore, because it reminds her of her husband. Oh my god, it's the song. It's the meme song. The like Russian meme song. Okay. That was about an hour of Loretta, and I think that's actually probably a good place for us to end it. I'm feeling really extra sleepy now, so hopefully you guys enjoyed. My voice is... I'm probably gonna lose my voice tomorrow. I'm gonna go into work and they're gonna be like, what? What's wrong with you? I'll be like, I ain't none but a humble housewife. I'll be I'm gonna be back in the South. I'm gonna go and get in touch with my Southern roots. But if you guys did enjoy, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Obviously, we have more Baldur's Gate content coming out, and don't forget to, you know, tune in for some of the live streams that we've been doing. They're new to me, and I feel like they've been doing a pretty good job. I think that we've been playing some really interesting games. Right now, we've been doing Poppy Playtime, but we have The Quiet Place coming up, so tune in for Sunday streams, and I will be seeing you guys in the next video. Mwah.